we don't get snow all the time. We're in Maryland. But this year we've had quite a bit. And so I may not have this opportunity again to discuss this, but what do I do when it snows? And the first thing is that shockingly, the little lambs, who are just, some of these are just, they're not even a week old yet, are doing fine. They really are. And so, if you're worried about your lambs out in the snow, if they are fed well by their mom, they're doing great. And I wouldn't worry about them at all. They were last night laying here in a snowstorm, looking perfectly content. What is important, though, is that your pregnant ewes and your lactating ewes are getting a good food supply. And right now, while they were getting some pasture, that's impossible right now. I mean, it's just the snow is too deep to get to it without a lot of pawing, which is a lot of work. And I want them to produce milk, and I want them to produce happy, healthy babies. So I do give them hay and a little bit extra of hay. So right now, this pile, they're eating, this is a fescue blend, which some of you may have heard that fescue isn't good for pregnant animals, but that's just horses. That's fine for sheep. And they are quite enjoying it. It's really important that everyone has equal access to it, and they're fine with getting to it. Weirdly enough, I use this little wagon. You'd think that came by accident. I one day dumped it in there, and wow, it is a perfect feeder. They really waste very little coming out of that. And when I need to, it's really easy to move around. So this one I was actually getting ready to throw away. Actually a barn fell on it, so its frame's all messed up. The tires won't hold air, but it makes a great feeder. And then I also have one of these commercially made feeders. I think Charter makes it. I honestly don't like this as much. They do waste a lot. You'll see there's a lot of hay all around it where they pull it out. You would think it would work better. It really doesn't, even with the tray underneath it. So I've been prototyping and playing around with a lot of different hay feeders. I also have one, I can post a picture of it, that I'm using just cattle panels around a round bale. And that works pretty good too. It does require a little bit of adjustment here and there, but it works decently. There's lots of very expensive round bale feeders that you can get. I'm trying to find the best value for saving hay, making sure they get access to hay, and that it doesn't cost me a fortune to purchase. So, I'll let you know as I discover as well. The other thing I do is twice a day, especially when there's snow in the ground, is I'm giving them a pat of alfalfa to share. That has a really high protein content, and I'm doing that instead of grain this year. I'll let you know how well that works out. Usually I give grain a couple weeks before they had the babies, and for the 3 or 4 weeks after. I have not given them any grain yet. So I'll let you know how that works. But so far, so good. And then the last thing I do is this. I do have an energy lass, and there's different brands, but that's the brand that I have here. It depends on what's available in your area, but it's important you get one that is designed for sheep. There's ones designed for goats that's going to have a higher copper level in it. And this is like a molasses, grain-based, hard pan thing, and they lick it up when they need a little bit more energy. So this is Greta. She's actually already had her baby. Doesn't look like she did, but she has already had hers. But she's obviously doing well. She's got a nice big udder. Her baby's being fed well. She's holding her weight. So far, so good. But this is what I do when it's snowing. So talk to you soon.